Hello and welcome to LK Tuition. My name is Lucas and today we are going to be looking at integers, what they are and what they look like. Hope you're enjoying my jazzy background for this front screen. It's a bit too much for me though, so let's just move on to the next slide. What is an integer? Well, basically an integer is any whole number. So some examples here, we've got 2, 5, 12, 157. If you can count, you know what integers are, and obviously there are infinitely many of them. The other thing to know is that integers can be negative, so if you went backwards, -1, -2, -3, all of those, as long as they're whole numbers, they are integers, and we know that 0 is also an integer. So any whole number is an integer. Some examples of things that aren't integers are things like decimals, fractions, stuff like that. So here we've got some examples of things that are not integers. We've got 1.3, -0.98, 2/5, 2/5, and pi. So basically anything that isn't a whole number is not an integer. Okay, so just some example questions. Feel free to give these a go yourself. Pause the video and then we will just do them on here. Okay, so question number 1, we want to write down an integer bigger than 7. Well, they're not saying that it has to be less than anything else, so we just want any whole number bigger than 7. So why not do the next number, which is 8. Okay, but this could have been 9, 10, a million, whatever you want, as long as it's bigger than 7 and it's a whole number, that would have been correct. Okay, number 2, what is the closest integer to 3.89? All right, well, to think about this one, we've got 3.89. Let's think about what is either side of this. So the next biggest integer would be 4. And the next smallest integer would be 3. And we want the closest one, well, because we've got 3.89, that's a lot closer to 4. Okay, so the closest integer to 3.89 is 4. Okay, and finally then, we want to write down all the integers between, but not including, -3 and 4. Okay, so again, let's kind of draw a bit of a picture of what this is telling us. So we're going from -3 to 4. So let's put this on there's a bit of a wavy number line, but why not? Let's get groovy. So in the middle of them, because that's -3 and +4, we're going to have 0 somewhere in the middle. And we need to figure out all the integers in between these two numbers. So if we start from -3 then, we're going to get -2. We're going to get -1 and 0, so let's not forget the 0. And then we're going to get 1, 2, and 3. So all of these numbers here are all the integers between, but not including, so we're not including the ones on the end, -3 and 4. Okay, so just to recap then, an integer is a whole number. It's not a fraction, it's not a decimal, it's not pi or anything like that. It's a whole number. It can be negative and it can be 0 as well. And I hope you found this useful. Please like and subscribe, and there'll be more videos coming soon.